The Democrats just voted to shut down the government.
A government shutdown that the Democrats wanted.
The Democrat shutdown.
It's the Democrats' fault.
Welcome to day 3 of the Democrat shutdown.
I thought we were closed. So there's been a lot of talk about the impact that undocumented immigrants have on the US healthcare system. And quite frankly, a lot of lies. And it's coming from a familiar place. So they're saying that the Democrats have decided to shut down the government in order to continue paying for healthcare for all people. That's crazy. I didn't know Democrats had that kind of power in the government.
The Republicans have the presidency, they have the Senate, they have the House.
Oh, they don't. Well, let's do a little math class and take a look at the cost of healthcare for undocumented immigrants. So the total estimated cost of US spending on healthcare is $4.9 trillion. 4.9 trillion of that spending, 14.8 billion is the cost spent for undocumented immigrants, largely in the form of emergency medical care, which means life-threatening conditions that require urgent attention in order to prevent death, which is part of the International Code of Medical Ethics to treat all people regardless of race, gender, or access to healthcare. So that cost will not change. Taking a better look at this 14.8 billion, sounds like a pretty big number, right? Wrong. This 14.8 billion equals less than 0.4% of the nation's total healthcare spending.
Tiny.
0.4% for emergency medical treatment for undocumented immigrants. And they're only treated because they're about to die. Now let's take a look at what undocumented immigrants bring to the US economy in the form of workforce and taxes. And yes, contrary to popular belief, immigrants do pay taxes. Individual taxpayer identification number, while getting limited access to things like welfare, social security, and of course, healthcare. In 2022, undocumented immigrants paid, I'm not writing out undocumented immigrants, I'm horrible at spelling, 96.7 billion to things like payroll tax, sales tax, and property tax. Not to mention the undesirable and low-paying jobs that undocumented immigrants provide to the workforce of 9 trillion to America's GDP. Let's take another look at this 96.7 billion here. 96.7 billion. Is that greater than or less than the 14.8 billion that we spend on healthcare? Sheriff, can you answer that for us? Sheriff? Good boy. Yes. 96.7 billion is greater than 14.8. Duh. It almost makes you wonder if that's what this shutdown is even about.